Hi, I'm Emon Rashid. I've been doing martial arts for about 15 years now. I'm the head instructor to an American Tung Tsu Do school, and I work with the modern martial artists. I'm the artist for his fight comic, Mortal Weapons, and I'm gonna break down the last fight scene of season 2 of Cobra Kai. Here we go. So already that wasn't too good. The punch was really far, the first punch was really far away from the actress. And then the second punch looked all right, but like with shaky cam, everything looks pretty good. Which is, I personally don't like shaky cam. I like fight scenes with steady cam, like a lot of martial arts movies do. But I mean, it's all right. Get back in there. That one, the strike was really far off. Like she's kind of using like this part. I mean, you're supposed to use this part to hit your fellow actor, so you're not really punching them with your fist, but there's a way to make it look like it's obvious and the way to make it look like it's not obvious, you know? So you want to make it look like you're trying to punch them, but like their arm hits this part, but she's kind of like doing like this, so it looks like she's trying to like wrist slap her. That was a pretty good hook kick. I don't know if that was her, but like that was actually not bad. She just did a clinch. She grabbed her and started kneeing her, using her knee, right? And that's probably the best way to defend yourself. If someone just gets in your space, you grab and you knee them because it's the easiest technique to do, and it's just one of the strongest techniques you can do. That's what a lot of Krav Maga people do, like rely on to like just wreck their enemy. So that was, I mean, if they're going for realistic, that was a pretty good choice.
You okay? Stop!
They're pretty smart using the lockers, because every time anyone's back touches a locker, it makes that like that locker slamming noise, like bam, stop! And it like they're probably just like, you know, their back is touching it, but it makes it look like bam, their back is hitting the wall. So good use of the environment, I guess.
You okay? Stop! Ooh. Let her go!
Okay, that actor is probably not really a kicker. That kick just looked pretty sloppy, like no balance. But it might have just been the angle of the shot, and like he had to keep his hand on her. But his punches are usually pretty good. When he's swinging, he has a lot of good like power in it.
Hey man, we gotta do something.
Good idea. I'm gonna get a teacher.
That was really bad. The cat pawing. Don't do that in your choreos, guys. Ooh. Dude, Hawk is so good. He's just so expressive, and like his techniques are all powerful. Not like an omniscient being all powerful, but like all his techniques are powerful. I walked into that pun.
I'm not gonna throw the first punch. Too bad.
He threw the first kick.
You're going down, nerd. Come and get it, dickhead.
Okay, so those two probably just learned that move that day. That's what it, like when you teach someone something for the first time, it looks like the first movements that they learn. So like, it was like a real easy like block. There was like an elbow and a knee, and it's just, there's no like purpose behind the block or like the weight going in the elbow or like the control on the knee. It's just like and they're like standing super still. So not their fault. They're just little kids. So. You can tell right after the girl was like,
"Come on, guys, can't we all just get along?"
They brought in like the pro choreographers, so they got like 2 guys who were just like really good at fighting to do a little fighting bit, and then they went into the next scene. But it just looked really good. I mean, they gave him they gave Hawk one of those guys to fight against, and they just kind of, it's just like these little like they threw in little like supplements of like good choreography here and there. Yeah. Ooh. See right there, you can see those, like the Robbie and Miguel, they're like swinging at each other, and it doesn't look too bad. You can tell that they're both used to like at least using their arm and swinging. They're not just like sticking out their arms, kind of like the girls are a little bit. They're more using their shoulder and like their upper body and everything. You can't fake something that you're not used to. honestly, what makes a good fight scene too is like, yes, the person who is dishing out the beating it has to look like a good punch or a good kick or something. But the person who's getting hit has to sell it. So you can have the best punch ever, but if the person getting hit is just like, then your punch is not going to look strong, even though you did everything right. So like these two are just really good at expressing that they got hit. You know, they're in the moment. They're like focused on the fight. The hit comes in when they're not expecting it, and it looks like it really shakes them. Like their head turns and and like their face like crunches up, and they're really selling it. So good work on them. All right. Okay, so the way she winded up just now, obviously you never do that in a real fight, because if you wind up that much, the person will see it coming and then they can just block or dodge or whatever. But for choreo, it also looks too slow. Like she's really taking a long time to wind up and she's going out. And then, so it doesn't make the choreo look quick and exciting. It kind of makes it seem like you're waiting for the next punch to come out. The little push, you could tell when she pushed her, the actress was already falling back. Like she acted too early, so like her fingers like barely give it a push and she falls back like, you pushed me. That roll was pretty good actually. That was not bad. Yeah, you can see there they cut mid-kick because she doesn't have good kicks. So to complete the second half of the kick, they use a separate shot. Like she was turning around and sticking her foot out. And then right as the foot is extending, it cuts to another angle where her foot's like already extending out because they probably took away the turn. Like she's probably not good at turning and kicking. So they just used a shot where she just like stood there and she kicked and they put it together to make it look like one kick. I know their tricks. I've done that before. Oy. You can tell these guys are the professionals because when you watch the way they do everything, it's just really powerful, really clean, takes like a second to do it, and it's exciting. Whoosh. Right there, clean, bam, powerful elbow, hand goes right in to hook that arm, and then boom, the throw just comes in right away. It's like, it's just like, those guys are pros. I wonder if that teacher, who was the actor, was the actual stunt person, because you never see him before that, so you know he's not like a main role. And then he does that fall like really gracefully, or not gracefully, but like he sells that fall really well. So I guess they just got the most teacherish looking stunt guy to play him for a second. But yeah, no, it looked good. Good throw. Yeah, see, every single kick that Tori does, it's like waist level. Aside from the hook kick, which I'm not too sure it was her, it's all just so low, and that's either because she's inflexible, or even if you are flexible, if you don't have like strong leg muscles that have been trained to kick, you're never gonna get your leg up there when you're trying to kick. That, or she's really trying not to hurt the other actress because she's also kind of a novice, so like they're keeping the kicks low. Again, there too, you saw the cut. He jumps over the rail, and then he turns, and they cut to another actor throwing that like nice clean hook kick because you can't see his face, so it's someone else. Same thing there, you see that? He turns, then they cut, and then he does the kick. So every turn kick so far has had a cut in it, so you know none of these guys are doing it. Yes, that is the secret karate technique known as the book punch. Get it? It's a pun off of hook punch. I thought it was funny. Unrealistic. If you really want to do damage, you take the corners of the book. Opposed to the pro actors who are keeping everything clean, expressive, and powerful. I guess that's like the three that you kind of want. These two are constantly like, they're just not quite at, like when they do one, they can't do the other two. Or like when they're trying to like capture the emotion on their face, their punches are just like you can just tell that they're not used to it. Because there we go, you're not going to be able to do things in a performance way if you don't practice a lot. Oh, and then there's a consistent theme you can see of them throwing crescent kicks in this. It's just a kick where your toes are facing up and you wipe it to the side like a circle, because it's like the easiest kick to do, especially if you have like not great hip flexors, which people who don't do martial arts or don't do a kicking style usually don't have.
Oh, now you're in trouble.
Okay, you saw that kid just did a round kick. It wasn't bad, but the front kick was really bad because he was way too close. It couldn't fully extend because he's too close. Or they were trying to do a different kick, like a pushing front kick. I don't know. It's not the kid's fault. It's not their fault. They're kids. So when actors do choreos, obviously you can't really hurt each other, and it's an art form to be able to sell a move that you're doing and not hurt the person that you're working with. So if you don't know how to do that, it just looks really bad. So he's the kid's on top doing the ground and pound. He's on top of him hitting, and if you punch someone in the face while you're on top of them, it does like way more. It's a lot easier to hurt them because like all your weight's going on it. So he has to do these little pats to the shoulder. Pulling the hair, not cool in a match, but great for defending yourself. So you can see that big windup that she did. They're cueing each other, you know, because like you can't just punch your co-star like bam as fast as you can, and then they happen to not get out of the way, and now one of the actors has a black eye or something. So you got to do that initial that signal, like a breath or like a whoosh, like a windup, to cue the other person, and she's doing like a huge one because they both got to go a little bit slower, you know, because they're not good. What's the point of the spin? It doesn't do anything. Technically speaking, anything could work in a real fight as long as the other person gets hit by it. I guess there's a chance that if you spin around, you can make your, if you do anything wacky in a match, you can get your opponent to like pause for a second. But like that one was just dumb because it's supposed to look cool on camera and it doesn't. And if you spin around a bunch of times, or if you spin around while you're in an altercation, you're turning your back to the person you're defending yourself against. So I mean that's not good unless you're doing like a turning technique. But in this case, she's not even doing a turning technique. She just spins around one time and then throws a regular kick. So it's bad. That was bad. They shouldn't have done that. He didn't even block that right. It like went on his like, I don't know, it was like on his tricep or something. It was like, the punch stopped like, I don't know, it looked weird. They could have done any other take and they went with that one. So Dimitri turtles up like this. Hawk is still hitting him on the sides. If you were a good fighter, you'd probably know that if someone turtles up and they're staying in a turtle position like this, then you just then you hit him right here in between the arms, like with a knee or something. And you know he can do that because he's good. It's just that. That was pretty good. That was just good, expressive, big. I mean, and you don't want to swing big in a real fight because this is really easy to block. But in a choreo, it looks great. So good, expressive swinging. Like they're ducking, they're moving around each other. They're not just staying like one person here, one person here. They're like switching sides. And that last kick where Miguel threw that turning kick and then Robbie caught it, it's really hard to do that. It's really hard to, when you're the kicker, turn kick and then like have the other person catch your leg and to like kind of maintain your, it's not that hard, but it's pretty hard to maintain your balance when they catch your kick. So the fact that he stopped right on the mark, he catches the foot and then like drops him down was like, it was a pretty good choreo. Like these two are like, they're not amazing, but they're also not bad. Like they're good. So I guess what's a good thing about shaky cam is that you can make action that doesn't look that good more exciting because it's the camera shaking all over the place, so it adds excitement to something. But the bad thing is when something is good, you can't see it. Like that was a really good choreo where where Miguel punches past Robbie and then like Robbie dodges it. They grab each other's arm for a second, and then like he slips underneath his arm and like does an elbow to the body. Like that was really good, but you can't see it because it's all just the camera's like doing this. Yeah, so great stunt by whoever the stunt double was. She fell over the rail around the stairs. And falling in general hurts on the floor. I mean, there's a technique that if you spread out your weight, it'll hurt you less. It'll still hurt, but it'll hurt less. But doing it on stairs is rough. Like you're falling on like jagged edges. So if you really don't position yourself to fall in the right way, one of those corners could just like, my biggest fear is one of those like the stair corners hitting me right in like the soft spot of the knee from the side or something, and then I can't walk for like a week. So good job. Ooh, that was a good takedown. So he was on his knees. He spun around on his knees to grab his leg. Knee spins are already they're pretty hard. And he just like, it was just so clean. Like he's already, I mean, it was a cut, they cut into it. So he could have already been there, but he spins around and grabs the leg, takes him down. They just made it look really good, like really clean and streamlined. Good takedown. I don't know if it really works in real life, but that was pretty cool. That was cool. The swinging his leg over and doing the side kick. I gotta admit, that was pretty cool. Yeah, see how expressive those punches are expressive, and they're going right to the block, and they're stopping like right on time. It's just like they're good with their punches. I'm not gonna lie. He's gonna break his arm. Do it. Break his arm.
I wasn't taught the difference between mercy and honor. And
No, be quiet. Shut up, Johnny Lawrence. Break the arm.
Potential.
Oh, okay. That was a cool stunt. I'm not a pro stuntman or anything, so I have no idea how that stunt man fell on the rail like that. Like I'm guessing he maybe had a gator back, and maybe they were using wires and they just sped up the footage, but like, oh my God, that looks so painful even as a stunt, and he sold that really well. You can so tell it's not him though, because when you look at the face, it's a different dude. But yeah, no, oh God, I don't even know how to explain that one. That was it's just impressive. It looked painful. Thanks so much for watching the breakdown on GameSpot Universe. If you want, you can check out the Modern Martial Arts YouTube channel if you want to see some real breakdowns of some real matches. I do a few breakdowns there myself. And if you really want to, you guys can purchase Mortal Weapons. This is a comic book that I drew. It's got actual techniques that you can use in here, crafted into a story. All right, see you guys later.